guys. Hi everyone, Thursday night. We're back to Thursday night. How do we feel about this? Nearly Friday, guys. Whoop whoop. How is everyone? Oh, Mary, Mary, stop doing that. I'm jealous because I can only do it with one hand now. Um,
That's why I'm doing it. Two hands. I
yeah,
miss music. I
yeah.
really do miss music.
Well, guess what I think of you? You're a witch.
Let's
Um,
let's think it's a compliment. So thank you.
oh, well seen you like it and think it's a compliment, you bitch. So
Um,
hi everyone. Don't mind me and Mary insulting ourselves, insulting each other. It's the usual. So we'll wait till someone comes in. Obviously I'll just share it now, guys. We've got one
okay.
in the chat, so that's good. It's always a good sign when
Glory,
you see number
glory.
one.
Let me
That-
put the chat on for myself as well.
I'm just
Okay, my darling.
looking at this
I,
message.
I,
Okay.
after calling you a witch, now I'm saying my darling.
Oh, love you too.
Oh, I love you anytime. Love you long time. Mwah, mwah. Do you know everybody will be like, what the hell are they on tonight? How,
uh, ginger ale, ginger ale.
oh,
Ginger ale,
On the rocks, pure.
water.
water. To be fair,
Driving tomorrow.
to,
Driving.
to be fair, I'm on the coke. And before anybody says I'm on drugs, it's actually Coca-Cola. I just want to point that thing out.
That's why I never say Coke because people think I'm a
Yeah, yeah.
Hi. How do you think you're so hyperactive, Mary?
ADHD.
Right, come on. Could somebody say hi if you can hear us? Oh, we're up to
Hello.
three. Right, we'll start since we're up to three. So, good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a good Thursday, guys. Tonight we are going to be talking about historic people within the paranormal because I feel no many people talk about the historic people that are in the paranormal. It's more like, the ghost shows and everything. Well, tonight, folks, we're looking at the historic people, a paranormal, and I'm going to start with Lynn. Right, Lynn's going to start tonight. Lynn's like, yeah,
Where am
but
I? Let me just find.
yeah, I'll let you start, and then Mary, and then myself. How's that?
Yeah. So
It's like we're playing Monopoly.
what we were
Uh,
doing, we were discussing lots of things about the paranormal and all the new people who were in
Hey,
it these
Nicola.
days. Nicola, hi.
Knick knack, paddywhack.
Give the dog a bone.
I never said that. I didn't call you a dog, Nicola, honestly.
Oh,
oh,
Right,
oh,
Lynn, I'll shut up. I'll let you begin.
oh. We're supposed to be a bit serious, but
yeah, we are tonight, aren't we?
yeah,
Right,
but
sorry.
I
Right,
think we
Right,
I'll
are
here
not
stop.
we go.
doing
Here we
it.
go. So
Stop.
we were discussing about all the different people who around the world over different eras about who were in the paranormal and what they'd done for the paranormal to help it. So I've been trying to find people who the girls haven't found, right? And we did find quite a bit. Now I found some guy and I thought, do you know what? He's quite an interesting chap, this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read about him. It's a bit of a read, but it gives you an idea as to what people were doing in the late 1800s and early 1900s in this type of work. So I want to talk to you about a guy called William F. Barrett. Now, William was born, I'm going to rereading it, okay. So William was born in 1844 and he died in 1925. He was a British physicist and a leading figure in the early years of physical research, investigating telepathy and clairvoyance, apparitions, mediumship, dowsing, deathbed visions of deceased persons, and related topics. Barrett co-founded both the Society of Psychical Research and the American Society of Psychical Research, right? So his life and career. Now, this surprised me, to be honest with you. William Fletcher Barrett. What a great name, Fletcher. He was born on the 10th of February 1844 in Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica, where his British father, Congregationalist minister William Garland Barrett, carried out missionary work. The family returned to England in 1848, settled in Royston, Hertfordshire, then moved in 1855 to Manchester, where William attended the Old Trafford Grammar School. His parents were unable to pay for further formal education, but he did manage to attend lectures on chemistry and physics, following which he was invited by physicist John Tyndall to become an assistant in his laboratory, where he mastered the skill needed for experimentation. Barrett left Tyndall's employment in 1866 to take the position of a science teacher at the London International College, then physics lecturer at the Royal Naval School of Architecture, which allowed him more time to pursue private scientific studies. In 1873, Barrett was appointed to a chair in experimental physics at the Royal College of Science for Ireland in Dublin, where in addition to teaching regular students, he gave evening classes for underprivileged youths. Among other achievements, he developed stalloy, an alloy made from silicon and iron that became extensively used in the early telecommunications technology. Barrett was elected to the Royal Society in 1899. He retired in 1910 and was knighted for his contributions to physics in 1912. He married Florence Elizabeth Perry, an obstetrical and gynecological surgeon. That's a good job, isn't it? And a co-founder of the London School of Medicine for Women in 1916. Barrett died in London on the 26th of May, 1925. Now, he done, in the mid-1860s, Barrett visited an Irish physician and a mesmerist called John Wilson to try experiments in mesmerism. When mesmerized, a local girl displayed heightened senses and appeared able to read his thoughts. She correctly determined the suit of a card or value of a banknote concealed by him and the interior of a location with which he was familiar but which she had never seen. Barrett first made known his interest in spiritualism in 1875, not 1975. He viewed it as a step towards higher spiritual truths and a defense against materialism, which he considered a threat to public morality, as long as it was investigated with the reverence of balanced mind. His interest in psychic phenomena was aroused by certain rapping noises that appeared to follow a 10-year-old girl, the daughter of a friend who was a well-respected English solicitor. He noted that the sound seemed to have an intelligent source. They kept time with music and answered questions using 1 knock for yes and 2 for no. So we've all done that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Correctly giving Barrett's given name, which he had kept secret. He discerned no deception, even when the room was brightly lit, and he could observe the hands and feet of everyone present. So he was looking and trying his trade, and this is how he came along.
Yeah.
Telepathy. Barrett urged the British Association for the Advancement of Science, now the British Science Association, to investigate spiritualistic and psychic manifestations, but was unsuccessful. In 1876, he asked readers of the London Times to send him descriptions of their own psychic experiences, and this yielded a large number of letters, many describing the willing game, a popular pastime of the day, in which the blindfolded person tried to find a concealed object by means of light, physical contact with someone else, mentally willing them toward it. Wouldn't that be an interesting thing to try now?
That
Yeah.
would be a really interesting thing.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Barrett conceded that those who succeeded at this were likely unconsciously reading muscle motions. Yeah, it could have been of the willer, but contended that not all cases of thought reading, which is now known as telepathy, could be explained this way. By 1877, he was collaborating with a group of intellectuals associated with Trinity College, Cambridge, in these investigations. One communication Barrett received was from a Unitarian minister, A.M. Creary, who recounted the apparent telepathic feats of his 5 young daughters, ranging in age from 10 to 17. One child would be sent to another room and asked to name an object that the others and their father concentrated on. Successful results were obtained with objects, names and towns, names of people, dates, cards from the pack, and lines from poems. Creary stated that when the children were in good humour and excited by the wonderful nature of their successful guessing, they were seldom made a mistake. Barrett visited the family on Easter 1881 and tested the girls for 3 days, obtaining similar results to those that Creary had described. On the 7th of July, he published a short paper in the journal Nature, arguing that not all seeming telepathic effects could be attributed to unconscious muscular action. He also analysed results of the testing of George Albert Smith, a mesmerist and thought reader who could apparently draw pictures and utter words read from the mind of an associate, Douglas Blackburn, if the two men made light physical contact. He done dowsing in the early 1890s. Myers invited Barrett to investigate dowsing, the finding of underground water, metals and other substances by the use of divining rods. See, now I do that through my feet.
Ah.
I do that through my feet. I can find things through my feet. It sounds a bit weird, but I do. Barrett came to see this as another to accomplish his mission on bridging the divide between physical research and psychical research. He published his first paper on that topic in 1897, giving a detailed list of cases, theorizing that divining rod, like other instruments such as the planchette, used for mediumistic communications, and tables used in table tipping, derived its motion from some reaction of the dowser's body to an outside influence, in this case, the presence of water or another target substance. Mediumship. See, when you're looking at all this, right, and you think back, a lot of the stuff that they were doing, even in them years, we're still doing now. We're still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still practicing it.
Yeah.
In a 50-year retrospective published in the Proceedings of the Society for Psychical Research in 1924, Barrett, recounts a case of mediumistic materialization he witnessed. 6 people, including the medium, Husk, were present. The medium's feet were tied to the legs of the table and his hands held firmly by the sitters on either side, who were both skeptics. Imagine
Yeah.
that, can't you? And everyone's wrists were tied together with silk thread. Soon after Barrett blew out the candle, lights similar to fireflies began darting overhead. Objects in the room were heard to move, and a deep guttural voice introduced its owner as John King. Then appeared as a ghostly bluish figure which disappeared as soon as Barrett relit the candle. Now, isn't that interesting?
No, that really is interesting.
Imagine sitting there and all that goes on.
Yeah.
I'd have to just dissect the law. I'd have to dissect it all.
Oh,
In
Yeah.
1917, Barrett presented a paper on paranormal communications via motor automatism, for instance, table turning or use of a Ouija board, giving examples of communications that provided information later proved to be veridical, putative sources, including the spirit of a man who had just drowned in the sinking of a Lusitania. These and other investigations convinced him that such phenomena, rather than arising from the subconscious mind of the mediums, were genuine manifestations of discarnate beings. And then it says deathbed visions. And it says during the 20s, Barrett's wife recorded the deathbed visions of women under
yeah.
her care who were succumbing to childbirth complications, which she became convinced were genuine manifestations of deceased relatives. Visiting the dying to reassure them and welcome them to the spiritual world. In January 1924, one patient saw a vision of her dead father and also a sister she wrongly believed to be still living. Barrett was inspired to research the phenomena, resulting in the publication of his book, Deathbed Visions. So there's a lot of stuff that, even right the way back to the 1800s and early 1900s, by these founders, really, that we
Yep.
know of. They were
Yeah.
quite, and it could have gone further back again. So I
Yep.
think that was a really interesting.
Yeah, it was really interesting one,
Yeah,
because it shows you. I mean, people of today looks at the shows, and I would rather see if they looked at the figures from back then. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and everybody doesn't like history and things like that. But obviously, it would be good if they looked back instead of watching the shows and assuming that's where paranormal came from. You've got
yeah,
to do your research, and it's going to take you back. It's going to take you back further and further and further, probably away to the hundred, if not before. Because obviously, where did paranormal obviously come from? It didn't come from the shows. It didn't
no,
doing for the shows, so obviously it's going to come somewhere. I'm going to quickly get into comments in between us doing it. Nicholas gave us kisses. Robert, hi gang, I will have to stop getting into your bedrooms at night. Oh, so it's you that's making my feet get into spasm.
Robert.
Bloody knew it. Noreen, baby, how are we? Ladies, this is David, who I was talking about. David, this is Mary and Lynn. Mary and Lynn, this is
Hi.
David. Hey, hey. I hope you enjoyed the show. We don't bite. Well, Lynn does, but no, I don't. I don't.
Only
And if
sometimes. Only if it's steak.
only something. And if I look crabby tonight, guys, it's because my arm is really sore, and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to smile.
Oh.
Like smile. Right, Mary. What one do you have for us?
Well, the person, I forgot his name, which Lynn discussed it, his work and other men's work were
Yeah.
basically the basics for parapsychology. I hope I pronounced it correct.
Oh
And
yes.
they looked in all those phenomena. Oh, now I have to think about the Muppets. Phenomena.
Wait,
I can't help it.
do you
So,
know what, Mary? I don't
yeah,
like you now because you've not only did you rub pancakes into my face, now you've left that tune in my head because I want to sit and do.
you're
Phenomena.
welcome. Yeah. We also had beside him, and my story isn't that long as Lynn's. The parapsychology started early 1700s with figures like Lynn's subject and Joseph Glansville, and they
Yeah.
documented every paranormal case and researched it. And from that, they put it into papers. And early 1900s, the Society for Psychical Research was founded and got the name from Max de Soir. I hope I pronounced it right because my French is bad. And that was
Hi, love.
1889. And Joseph was an English philosopher and a clergy, and is seen as one of the first people who researched parapsychology. But if you look at the more modern phases of it, you have J.B. Rhine, and that was mid 30s. And they took all those parts, table tipping, that dowsing rods, the pendula, um, the cards, everything. And basically, it's the basics for paranormal investigation, not for ghost hunting. And she's gone.
She's gone.
Well, we go on because now she's coming as me. Oh my God.
Oh, I come as Mary.
Hi,
Woo!
Mary. How nice of you to drop in.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I've just realised that I'm Mary, guys. So this will be fun. You
Shall I
all know.
change your name or will you stay Mary tonight? And she's frozen up
She's
again.
frozen.
Uh, I-
Oh my God. That sounded wrong.
so I've always wanted to be Mary, so I'll be Mary. It's cool.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I don't know where we're
Yeah,
at.
I found someone, and I think he was a proper investigator. I'm not talking about the warrants. I'm talking about Hans Holzer.
Right,
And Hans Holzer was born in Vienna
one cut out there.
and lived in New
Your
York.
phone
And
cut out there. Mhm.
he was an Austrian American paranormal investigator and writer.
Ah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, and he studied old history, and archaeology in the University of Vienna, journalistics uh, at the Vienna Academy for Journalistics. And in 1938, he immigrated to the States.
Right.
There, he studied for 3.5 years Japanese at Columbia University and got his master degree in London at the College of Applied Science and a master in religion. And a year later, his doctors with specialism parapsychology. He wrote
Wow.
over 100 books for the
Wow.
public about the supernatural and the occult. Beside that, he was an author of different screenplays, musicals,
Oh, wow.
documentaries, and parapsychologist. In his research in the supernatural, he researched the Amityville and he worked with well known psychics Ethel Johnson Myers, Sybil Leek, and Marissa Anderson. And he died at the age of 89
Wow.
and was married to a Russian German baroness.
Wow. He done well for himself, didn't he?
He done well, and he
Well, yeah.
had two daughters, and one of them is Andrea, and she worked at which channel was it? History Channel, the Holzer Files. She
Oh,
did that.
yeah.
Yeah, she did that together with Dave Schrader and Shane Pittman and Cindy Keza, and they looked into the old files from Hans Holzer, and they were looking if the haunting was gone, if they found new evidence, and all that kind of stuff. And some of his books are absolutely brilliant. In 1963, Ghost Hunter, and in 65, Ghosts I've Met, in 66, Yankee Ghost, The Lively Ghost of Ireland in 67, and it goes on and on and on and on and on the list. And I
Amazing.
have to say, I'm pretty impressed by this guy. That's why I brought him up.
So he's made a book for every investigation that he's done.
Yeah, including UFOs.
Wow.
And
Brilliant.
yeah, he done so much. And the last book, Controlling the Inner You, in 2007, and the subject was hypnosis.
Ah,
And I think if you study parapsychology, these are all the subjects you have to know something about.
yeah,
It's all about the supernatural, table tipping, um, but also hypnosis because you can go into a trance and try to connect with the other side
yeah,
during the trance, and you have to ground yourself by doing
yeah,
that and know what you're doing and get yourself out of it.
yeah.
So I'm a major fan of him.
That's really, really good. That's really
Yeah,
good.
but as I
It's like
said,
as if how can he get any more crammed into his life? It's just totally
oh
bursting,
my God,
bursting with everything, isn't it?
yeah, he was, he did everything what I wish I could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, excuse me. Oh,
I saw that. But we had different subjects. We had psychics, we had the paranormal
yeah,
investigators and the grounding of it, and
yeah,
we had parapsychology. and I was always interested um, more into the mediumship, the psychics, the physical psychics, and oh, I thought I heard them, but yeah, I did, I did.
There she is. There she
Yeah,
is.
I'm like
Right. Is it my
I'm like
turn?
Tom and Tweety. I thought I saw pussycats. I did, I
Yeah.
did.
Right, guys, are you still talking, Mary, so that I don't disturb you?
You're always disturbing. No, joking.
Do you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we do hear you, but your internet is
Oh,
a bit
Perry
struggling.
Witches. Perry Witches. David did say it was lovely. Shite. A bit of shite, that's what it means. It's crashed every time. But I'm on the live now. So guys, I've got one. Can you hear me now, guys? Or can you
Yeah.
see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
Yes.
Mary.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see
2
you.
minutes.
There's
All
a
right.
delay.
There is, isn't
Also,
there?
yeah. Well, we are jumping in the occult. I know for sure she's going to talk about him.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so later on, you got, or was it Willow who's going to talk about Nostradamus?
It's Willow. Yeah.
It's Willow.
Yeah.
Well, then we are looking at the occult, and there were some significant figures in history. Uh, Eliphas Levi, 19th century,
Yes.
and that was a French esoteric guy, and he did ceremonial magic,
Yeah.
Kabbalah, and tarot. Then we had Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, 16th century.
Wow.
Yes, a German philosopher, magician, and astronomer from the
Astronomer.
Renaissance. Yeah,
Astronomer.
that I have to translate because it's all in
It's
Dutch.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, from the Renaissance. Then we had John Dee, also 16th century, and he was an alchemist and a philosopher. Then we had Helena Blavatsky, 19th century, also a philosopher, but more in the Eastern philosophies. And of course, we had Aleister Crowley.
Yes.
Oh, do
Didn't
you know
we?
what?
Didn't
I
we know?
absolutely. We did. We
Yeah.
did. Do you know what, guys? I have researched this man time and time again because any I've been, he's had ties with. So I'm
Ah.
pretty much like, oh, I really like him. I do really like him. But I'm glad I'm somewhere you can see me and I'm a bit better.
Yeah, and no delay, so
Better.
you can drop in your contribution.
Oh, well, mine, I would say mine was representing my son, Harry Houdini. I'm doing Harry Houdini. So Harry Houdini was born in March 24th, sorry, 1874. He was known professionally as Harry Houdini, but his real name was Eric Wiz. I don't know how to pronounce it right. Was an
Yes.
American escape. He done illusions. He was a stunt performer. So Houdini's first act was in the States, and then as Harry handcuffed Houdini on the tour of Europe, where he challenged police forces to keep him locked up. Soon he extended his show to chains, including chains, ropes, slugs from skyscrapers, straitjackets underwater, having to escape from and hold his breath inside a sealed milk can with water in it. I can't imagine how big that milk can must have been. In 1904, thousands watched as Harry Houdini tried to escape from special handcuffs commissioned by London's Daily Mail, the Daily Mirror, keeping them in suspense for an hour. Another stunt saw him buried alive and only just been able to claw himself out, so he was in a bit of spot of bother there to the surface. Whilst many suspected that these escapes were fake, Houdini presented himself as the Scrooge of fake spiritualists, pursued a personal crusade to expose their fraud methods. As president of the Society of American Magicians, he was keen to uphold professional standards and expose fraud artists. He was also quick to sue anyone who initiated the same stunts as him. So I'm going to quickly talk about his noble escapes. So obviously, as I said, the milk can escape. I'm interested in this one. So in 1908, Houdini introduced his own original act, and it was called the milk can escape. In this act, Houdini was handcuffed and sealed inside that oversized milk can filled with water and made his escape behind a curtain. As a part of the effect, Houdini invited members of the audience to hold their breath along with him while he was inside the can. Advertised with dramatic posters that proclaimed failure means a drowning death, the escape proved to be sensational. Houdini soon modified the escape to include the milk can being locked inside a wooden chest being chained or padlocked. Houdini performed the milk can escape as a regular part of his act for only 4 years, but it has been remained one of the acts most associated with him. Houdini's brother, Theodore, continued to perform the milk can escape and its wooden chest into the 1940s. The American Museum of Magic has actually got the milk can and the overboard box used by Houdini. After other magicians proposed variants on the milk can escape, Houdini claimed that the act was protected by copyright, and in 1906 brought a case against a gentleman, and the matter was settled out of court. So this gentleman had to apologise. He also done the Chinese water torture cell. Around 1912, the vast number of types of people like Houdini prompt Houdini to replace his milk can act with the Chinese water torture cell. In this escape, Houdini's feet were locked in stocks and he was lowered upside down into a tank filled with water. The metal cell featured a glass front through which audience could clearly see Houdini. The stocks were locked to the top of the cell and a curtain concealed his escape. In the earliest version of the torture cell, a metal cage was lowered into the cell and Houdini was enclosed inside that. Whilst making the escape more difficult, the cage actually prevented Houdini from turning. The cage bars also offered protection should the front glass smash. The original cell was built in England, where Houdini first performed the escape for an audience of one person. as part of a one-act play he called Houdini Upside Down. This was done to obtain copyright protection for the effect and establish grounds to sue MD who else had tried. He actually advertised it as the Chinese water torture cell or the water torture cell. Houdini always referred it as the Upside Down, the USD. The first public performance of the USD was at Circus in Berlin, and that was on September 21st, 1912. Houdini continued to perform.
She froze. You froze, Lo. You froze. Right, okay.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't drop again.
Yeah.
Playing hide and seek. Yeah, yesterday her internet was also acting up.
Yeah, it was bad, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for Lo, shall I say something about the Fox sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about spiritualism. So Leah, Margaretta, and Catherine. So Margaretta's known as Maggie and Catherine's known as Kate, were key figures in the emergence of spiritualism in the 1840s by claiming to communicate with spirits through mysterious rapping noises, which they supposedly produced by cracking their joints. Do you know what? I've never thought of that. Have you?
I'm not going to call names.
I never thought of that. Never thought. Oh, well done, girls. Their publicised seances and demonstrations sparked a spiritual movement and international craze, attracting widespread interest and controversy, with later confessions of fraud by Maggie and Kate, followed by retractions. But their initial event undeniably shaped spiritualism's early growth. Well, I'm not surprised. That's ace. Right, the beginning of spiritualism.
Yes. I'm going to the comments quickly.
Yes, okay.
Louis was saying Lo is playing hide and seek. Yes, she is. William said hi, and Lo, she's calling it tonight. Her internet is shocking again.
Oh, bless
Same
her.
problem as yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry.
It's not your fault, love, is it?
No, it's not your fault. So go on, Lynn.
Right, okay. So Hydesville House. We love you.
We love you.
Yeah. Hydesville House, 1848. So the story began in 1848 in a farmhouse in Hydesville, New York, where the younger sisters, Kate and Maggie, reported hearing mysterious rapping noises. They claimed the sounds were communications from a spirit, supposedly a peddler, murdered and buried under the house. The alleged spirit communication grew into a public phenomenon, attracting large crowds, including journalist Horace Greeley, who helped to popularise the story. The sisters, along with their older sister Leah, held public seances and demonstrations of their mediumship, which attracted a wide range of people from diverse backgrounds. Their activities were central to the growing spiritualist movement, which believed in the ability of communicate with the dead. The sisters faced accusations of fraud, and in 1888, Maggie and Kate publicly confessed to faking the rappings, claiming they used methods like cracking their own joints. I think that's exactly. Never have thought that. A year later, Maggie and Kate retracted their confession, but the damage was done. Though many continue to believe in genuine phenomena, the sisters' lives were marked by personal struggles, including alcoholism, couldn't even say because I'm too drunk, and family conflict, partly due to the pressure of fame and their sister Leah's control over their careers. Despite the controversy and confessions, the Fox sisters remain an important part of the spiritualism's history, with their early performances laying the foundation for the movement's widespread popularity and influence on the religion and culture. And there's some little pictures there of the sisters.
Oh, wow.
You can see. There they are. Look at that.
Well, they had enough food. If I
Oh,
may.
the ribs aren't sticking out, are they? You know.
Yeah.
So, where are the Fox sisters buried? So, incidentally, everybody, the Fox sisters are all buried within the limits of the city of New York. You can visit their graves in Brooklyn's Greenwood and Cypress Hills Cemetery. Wouldn't that be interesting if you could go and actually find them?
Yes, it is. Uh, Let me check the translation because I remember seeing. No, it's not him. Someone who's also buried in the area of New York.
Yeah,
So I have to go through my notes again.
yeah.
Ah, ah, ah. I think it was Hans Holzer. So I'm almost there. No, no, no. No, it wasn't Holzer. So you have to wait, guys and dolls.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Can't find it. I think I erased it. Uh, shall we do Alistair Crowley?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Edward Alexander Crowley was born in Leamington Spa on October the 12th, 1875. And was, yeah, we are not going to do that. You're going to do it in English. Yes. Was an English occultist, ceremonial magician, a poet, a novelist, mountaineer, and painter.
Wow.
He founded the religion of Telema, identifying himself as a prophet. Oh,
Oh,
whoa,
full of himself, yeah.
very full of himself. And entrusted with guiding humanity into Aeon of Horus in the early 20th century. As a prolific writer, he published widely over the course of his life.
Right.
Um, that's not interesting that his father died and he was Catholic, no Christian. So that's fun for him. Let me see if I can find anything of the occult.
Did he go into the occult because of his upbringing, do you think? Or is it just something
No,
that
after his father died.
after his father died?
Yes, and He was even tortured by his mother for leaving his faith.
Wow.
After spending time in Algeria in 1912, he was initiated into another esoteric order, German-based Ordo Templi Orientis, or
Oh,
Otto. He rose to become the leader of its British branch, which he formulated in accordance with Thelema, the religion he started. Through Otto, Thelemite groups were established in Britain, Australia, North America, and Crowley spent the First World War in the United States, where he took up painting.
oh.
Yeah, but I can't find anything with his experiments of the occult. Uh, He was a drug user.
Well, I'm not surprised.
My God.
He lived. He had a house, didn't he, on Loch Ness?
Uh, I see a picture of the place where he was born, Edward Alexander Crowley, at 30 Clarendon Square in Royal Leamington Spa
Yes.
in Warwickshire.
Yes.
That's a beautiful house.
Gorgeous, aren't they?
It is really, really gorgeous.
Do you know anything about Nostradamus?
I know he was a prophet and an alchemist,
Yeah.
and the Christians. Oh my God, I, I do have to get it into Dutch. I translate it
Yeah.
because I know a bit about him. I've seen a few documentaries, and I know he made those prophets, but they're all cryptical.
Yeah.
And that was because of the Christian belief, and because he didn't want to get arrested and killed. Let me see if I can find it. Nos- Nostradamus. And there is my great friend, Wikipedia.
That's great, isn't it? Yeah.
It's my best friend.
Yeah.
His name was Michael de Nostradam. Um, in those days, it was 1503. He was
Wow.
born, and you got a name. In this case, it was Michel, and you were called after the place where you lived, or the
Yes.
province, or whatever. And he was born in Saint-Rémy de Provence. He was a Frenchman and a pharmacist, and he studied uh, at Montpellier, like many in the Renaissance, and was an astronomer. Astronomer,
Astronomer.
that's one.
There's me, could to say physicist.
Yeah, I put on German. I have now seen all languages.
Yes.
Um, his family was originally Jewish. I didn't know that, but
No.
they converted to Catholic Christianity
Ah.
a generation before Nostradamus was born.
Yeah.
He studied at the University of Avignon, but was forced to leave after just over a year when the university closed due to an outbreak of the plague.
Oh,
He worked as an apothecary for several years before entering the University of Montpellier, hoping to earn a doctorate, but was almost immediately expelled after his work as an apothecary, a manual trade forbidden by the university. He was married in 1531, and let me check. His wife and two children died in 1534 during the plague outbreak. That I knew.
yeah,
They all died. And he worked against the plagues and tried to rescue as many as he could. He remarried Anne Ponsarde, with whom he had 6 children.
wow.
Well, he didn't leave any grass growing over. He wrote an almanac for 1550. As a result, its success continued riding for fortune years as he began working as an astrologer
Yeah.
for various wealthy patrons. Catherine de Medici became one of his foremost supporters.
Ah,
His prophecies, published in 1555, relied heavily on historical and literary precedents and initially received mixed receptions. He suffered from severe gout towards the end of his life. Ah, he died. They even don't know it for sure, what, July 1st or 2nd in 1566.
wow.
Yeah, and he predicted a lot, but it all was cryptical. And now I try to find why he did it because I've seen it, but I can't remember everything.
Yeah.
After another visit in Italy, Nostradamus began to move away from medicine and towards the occult, following popular trends. He wrote an almanac for the first time in print, Latinizing his name to Nostradamus. He was so encouraged by the almanac's success that he decided to write one or more annually. Taken together, they are known to have contained at least 6,338 prophecies.
Wow. That's not a prophecy.
Yes, as well as at least 11 annual calendars. Uh, he did horoscopes, he used horoscope and psychic advice
Ah,
to others. He made birth cards. So he did a lot.
yeah.
And he used a mixture of languages: Greek, Italian, Latin, and Provençal.
Well, I never knew that. I thought it was he'd have wrote in Greek or something like, or Latin. I'd have said Latin.
It's a mixture, but Greek, if you hear Greek, it's a lot like Latin.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, only different words.
Yeah. Sounds a bit like that, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, explains a lot because here is Italy, and almost next to it is Greece.
Greece, yeah.
Yeah,
They'd have all spoke like that at one point, wouldn't they?
yeah, he was anti Catholic,
Yeah.
and he has anti Catholic views.
Catholicism, yeah.
Yeah, his works, uh, 353 quatrains.
Ooh.
And that one was published in 1555. But now I want to see his prophets.
Yeah.
What did he claim and came true? And that I can't find. Uh, they claimed he prophet World War II,
Right.
and only the name was different, not
Yeah.
Hitler, but um,
What name did he say? Does it
uh,
say?
uh, 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 let me see the plague. No, they don't say.
No.
Although preface to Caesar, that's all in the past. Prophecies, quadrants. Why don't they have the quadrants?
Yeah.
Well, one of his prophecies was 9/11,
Right.
World War II, Napoleon, the fire in Rome. I think, if I look correct at the picture, um, that atomic bomb in Japan.
Wow.
But if you look long enough in history, you can fit it in. Can I say that?
Yeah, if you look at things that you think possibilities of happening, you could put it in order, like a guessing game, couldn't you? Really?
Yes, I think a bit, but oh, I hate this. I really can't find them. I have whole Wikipedia,
Yeah.
but nothing, not even in the page I screenshotted. So
Nothing.
I have to do more homework.
Yeah.
We do Nostradamus. Shall we do a little bit of about the Warrens?
Yeah. If you want, can I do a little bit about um Rasputin?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes. Right. So Rasputin. So Grigory Rasputin was known as the Mad Monk of Russia, whose life story reads like a thrilling work of fiction with just a sprinkle of dark comedy. Rumour has it that when death came knocking on his door, Rasputin sent him away with a stern "not today." This bearded mystic, he was known as a mystic, with his hypnotic eyes and wild hair, wasn't just known for his uncanny ability to dodge the Grim Reaper. He also held inexplicably powerful sway over the Russian royal family, especially the Tsarina. But let's circle back to his legendary resilience. Poisoned, check, shot multiple times, thrown into an icy river, yet Rasputin seemed to bounce back like a cursed rubber ball. Much to the frustration of his would-be assassins, some whispered he had supernatural powers. Others believed he had made a pact with the devil, and a few just thought he had an incredibly robust immune system. One can't help but wonder, was Rasputin truly imbued with mystical powers, or was he just incredibly lucky up to a point, regardless of the truth? His tales of intrigue, power, and survival ensure he remains one of history's most captivating figures. I think he the stuff out there, I think he captivated people's imagination. He drew them in. You know, there was talk about him having an affair with the lady Tsar. Whether he did or not, I don't know. But he had everybody mystified by the way he was acting. Did he do that for survival? Was it a way to keep him in power or control? Was he
Wow.
psychotic? You know, it makes you wonder all
Yeah,
these things that he was doing in that position that he had. Did he have some kind of mental health issues? Big ones.
probably.
Yeah. So he was quite a looker. That's all I'm saying.
It was a nutcase.
He was. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
Oh my God, a lunatic.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor man. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we do another prophet. I don't
Yeah.
touch the Warrens.
Go on. Go on then.
Baba Venga.
Go on. You're dying to do this, aren't you? Is
Uh,
that Boba Venga or Boba Finger?
whatever you want.
Great name, I think. It's a good name.
Yeah, that Baba gave it away. She was born in October 11 in Bulgaria.
Oh, do you know what, Mary? I always had it in my head that she was Indian.
Yeah,
I always thought that she was Indian. Well, you
yeah,
shocked me there.
no, Bulgarian, and she was a blind mystic, psychic, and she did herbs.
Oh, fabulous! We love
Yes,
herbs.
so you're a fan of Baba Vanga.
Yes, absolutely.
She was famous in the East because of her predictions, and in Western Europe, absolutely not. She fortuned the Afro American elections for president. Uh, the date when Stalin died.
No, how she done that one? Wow.
Maybe she poisoned him. Anyway, yeah, no, just joking, just joking. But she did fortune telling and predicted Gandhi's death, the nuclear disaster from Chernobyl,
Wow.
the fall from the USSR, the Soviet Union,
Wow.
uh, September 11th. She did that as well as the rising of ISIS and Brexit.
No. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Martin. Um, claimed by the National Vanguard or predicted World War III,
Oh,
and she made that prediction in November 2010.
wow.
In Russia, there is an online project named the Great Encyclopedia of Venga. So if you are interested, you have to learn Russian first, but you can find encyclopedia.
Get an app, get an app.
Yeah. Um, she was born in Strumica in northern Macedonia. She was born too soon, had lots of health complications.
Yeah.
Her original name was Vangelia,
Ah, that's a nice name.
and it came from a Greek word. Yeah, right. Not going to pronounce that. I know a bit Greece, but it looks like Russian, but
Yeah.
I recognize some marks from Greek, but that's all. uh, I found why she was blind. I seen the documentary. She, at the age of 12, she was captured in a storm, and her eyes were fully covered with sand and dust.
Oh my God.
And for
Mm.
days, she wasn't able to open her eyes because it hurt like
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Her family didn't have any money for an operation to take care of the wounds. And during a period of time, she lost her sight.
Wow.
And
That's quite sad, that is, isn't it, really?
yeah, and now I have to look for the translation because they are talking about a disease. No clue. It's wait a minute. Translates English, and it's pleurisy.
Pleurisy.
Is that for real a disease?
Pleurisy is on your lungs.
Ah, yeah. And she was immobile for years.
Wow.
And doctors told everyone she wouldn't survive, but she did,
Yeah.
and she gained strength. And after recovering, she got more known by her because of her paranormal gifts.
Yeah.
She was married,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
to a
I always thought she was a single girl, like a
yeah,
spinster.
me too, but to a Bulgarian soldier, and he died in 1962, and she stayed widowed.
Oh,
She financed a chapel in Bulgaria.
that's nice.
Yeah, St. Petka of Bulgaria, in the village Rupit, something like that. And um, it was Bulgarian Orthodox.
Oh, that's where she went then. That was a church.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
isn't that interesting?
she's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just the name. It doesn't suit what she looked like, does it?
No, if you see her picture, you see an old lady with her eyes shut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't suit her. The name does not look like her face, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
I've been looking at. See, I've always had a fascination with Joan of Arc.
Yes.
Right, she's like a hero, but not a hero. She's, the just amazing, really. And I'm going to read you something I found on her. And it says, most teenagers grapple with puberty, which they do. We've all been there. It's everybody's against you, everybody's picking on you,
Yeah.
pointing the finger. But young Joan had a slightly different dilemma. Saints on speed dial. In a time when the French were having a rough go against the English in the 100 Years' War. In comes this young shepherdess claiming guidance from the voices of saints. Now, hearing voices might get you a one-way ticket to your local cleric for a quick exorcism. But Joan was no ordinary girl. She parlayed her divine consultations into a military career. That takes some doing, that does, doesn't it? Especially in medieval times. That was just amazing what she'd done. Leading armies, she led armies and even getting Charles VII crowned as king. But here's where things just got even more fascinating. She donned male attire, a big no-no back then, which it would have been. And against all the odds, she seemed to have a strategic mind and belied her years and lack of formal training. Was it divine guidance, sheer audacity, or just a teenager trying to prove a point? Well, we all know, not just me and you, we all know teenagers have got chips on the shoulders, haven't they? And they want to do it, they're going to do it. So, alas, her story didn't end in glory. Captured and tried for everything from a cross-dressing to witchcraft. She met a tragic end, but her legacy, immortal, burned at the stake, but later canonised as a saint. Joan's narrative is a roller coaster, providing sometimes the most unbelievable tales are indeed true. I mean, what a way. Why do they make them saints after they've been, battered and torn to pieces and burned and hung? And then he said, oh, no, she was all right, really. We'll make her a saint. What's the point?
I never got that.
I can't, I don't understand it, do you?
No, absolutely not.
So that was interesting.
How about Oracle of Delphi?
Go
That's
on then.
paranormal.
Go on then. Go on.
It was a
It's like
renowned.
Ghost Story Night.
Yes, we are on the run.
We are.
The Oracle of Delphi was a renowned ancient Greek oracle where the high priestess, known as the Pythia, delivered prophecies from the god Apollo, located in his temple on Mount Parnassus. People from all over the Greek world consulted the Pythia on important matters like politics and war, and her cryptic prophecies, sometimes interpreted by priests, could influence major decisions and even the fate of the empire.
Oh.
The Pythia, her role, The PTR was the female interpret. Yeah, I haven't drunk.
I love it. I love it.
Of Apollo's will, communicating his messages to the people. The origin, the role likely began in the 8th century
Oh,
BC, so before Christ, although some sources suggest that it was even earlier. Inspirations, the Pythia would sit on a tripod, oh my god, in a room, wait, no way, in a room called the Arithon, that I can pronounce. Entering a trance-like state by inhaling vapors from a charismatic in the temple. Prophecies. She would utter prophecies through speaking, singing, or muttering, which were often ambiguous and cryptic.
wow.
Yeah, the Temple of Apollo at Delphi, and a part is still standing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
All how many years? Over 1,000, isn't it?
it's on Mount Parnassus,
Yeah.
and it's on the mainland.
Wow.
And they called it the center of the world. Delphi was considered the Amphilos, or navel of the world, and the most important shrine in Greece. The structure was rebuilt several times due to damage, with the remains of a 4th century BCE version still visible today. The sacred room housed the tripod and was the site of the Pythia prophetic utterance.
Oh.
Yes,
See, they're interesting places, aren't they? They're the biggies, aren't they?
in Greece,
Yeah.
oh, yes.
You can't beat them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, if you even look at Knossos,
Yeah.
um, they thought it was just an urban legend, but they found the maze inside Knossos to uh, mislead the bull. So,
Oh.
yeah, the Minosaur.
Oh yeah.
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 And I've been to Knossos, and some rooms are small, but it is one big maze. But the colors they used, red, black, um, such strange colors,
Yeah.
really strange. We should do an episode about Greek mythology.
Yes, we should. That's an excellent. We'll put that down. Yeah. Right, I'm going to
Yes,
tell you the ghost story, Mary. I'm going to tell
yes.
you the ghost
Last
story.
ghost story before the
Right.
end.
This story is about Lady Dorothy Walpole, the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. So the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole allegedly haunts the hall of Raynham Hall in Norfolk, England. Despite being dead for over 300 years, so as the sister to Great Britain's first Prime Minister, her life should have been pretty easy. Unfortunately, she married this guy. Story of my life. So unfortunately, she married Charles Townshend in 1713, who had a notoriously bad temper. Legend says that he found out about an affair between her and ladies' man Thomas Wharton and became extremely angry. Well, I would have been as well, wouldn't you? Never mind this supposed affair happened before they were married. He decided to lock her up anyway. Townsend kept his wife inside the rooms of her family home until she died under mysterious circumstances. Many have seen her ghost multiple times in Raynham Hall since her death. And in 1936, photographers captured a photo of the Brown Lady and published it in the Country Living magazine. Now, see, things like that would make me want to go over there
Yeah,
and
I want to see.
sit it out. I'd want to do it on the either roundabout when she was actually locked up or when she died. You're going to get some kind of energy boosting for when things really bad happen. That's captured in the ether. It's there. So that, I think, a lot of things happen on anniversaries, which it does. And it's
Well,
really,
we
really interesting.
should go camping over there and
Yeah,
stay until we captured her.
we could do. I've
Yeah.
got plenty of tents, Mary. Plenty. That's what I do. I go camping. Lots
Yeah,
of tents.
camping.
Yeah.
But there has to be a place, even a pub where they have fish and chips, because we have
Yeah.
to eat all those days.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I think we are going to be there for a month.
Yeah. Do you like fish and chips, Mary?
I do like fish and chips. Yeah,
I like fish and peas.
I like those as well.
Yeah. And what I tend to do, I put all my peas over the fish. And when I get down to that much left on the fish, I put it on a butty. Love it. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love food, so yeah, I love fish and chips.
Yeah.
I
So,
even ate black pudding.
oh, I love black pudding. Yeah.
I haven't eaten it before.
Yeah.
And last year, when I was in England,
Mm.
we did a challenge. We met up with Vivian,
Yes.
and she ordered black pudding.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dessert.
Really?
Yeah.
They do white pudding in Ireland.
Is that also meat?
I think it's just fat, but it tastes all right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
We
tastes
had
okay.
with an egg beside it, so
Yeah.
you can dip it in the egg.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I do have to say, I like it cooked.
Cooked properly.
Yeah,
See, I like black pudding cooked properly, but
yeah,
I could even eat it with just a bit of a flip over.
yeah.
You
And
know?
I do challenges because yeah, you can't say you not going to eat it or not going to like it until you taste it. But
That's
there's one thing I will never try:
go on.
haggis.
Well, do you know what? It's all right actually. It's quite tasty. It's you just don't think about what it is. It it's just a load of meat and that stuffed in a skin,
Yeah.
like a sausage, but a big fat round one. That's it. That's all it is. With spices and herbs and that. It's lovely.
Well, maybe you could convince me, but there has to be herbs in it
Yeah.
because I don't eat pork.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't want to taste pork because
Yeah.
oh, it's
Do you like
disgusting.
bacon? Do you like bacon?
That's the only thing I eat, bacon.
That's pork.
Yeah, but it's with herbs and you don't taste The pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Don't think of the pig. Don't think what it looks like. Don't think of its snotty nose. Don't think of it.
it's not even that. It's really the taste of the meat.
Yes.
And it's such a strange taste.
Yeah.
And I was completely over it. I do eat ham on my sandwich.
Yes.
And I do eat certain parts of the pig because you don't taste it. But
Yes.
for the rest, when I was in the university, we had biology.
Oh,
And
right.
around those times, they were experimenting and they put parts of the heart of a pig in a human being. And,
Oh.
and those people lived for years.
Wow.
And my teacher, he made a joke and he said, if you want to know, because we were talking cannibalism, if you want to know what human flesh tastes like, you
Yeah.
have to eat pork.
So it's put you off. That's put you off it.
Definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it's put you off. Yeah.
And because the DNA is 99.8 similar as human.
Wow. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I thought we were more like the monkeys, the chimpanzees, the
No,
apes.
less. The DNA
Isn't that
is
crackers?
less. Yeah, crackers. Yeah.
See, my brother said to me, we were talking about, we've come from, they reckon we've come from chimpanzees. I can't see it myself. He said, no, if that was the case, we wouldn't have chimpanzees now, would we?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going that road. Uh, what do you think? Um, did some ETs mess with our DNA
Yes.
to create us?
Absolutely. Yes. Because if you read the book of Enoch, it'll tell you exactly what was going on at the time, because it was left out the Bible. I've got it. I've read it. And then if you read the green emerald tablets as well, if you look into that, it tells you everything there. So they keep them out the way, see, because they don't want people to be afraid. People are conditioned by their families and the conditions that they were brought up in and how they were brought up and how they were, you know, um, made to think, like people going to church, different religions, how to behave, and all this lot. And each one has its own truth, each one. And I think it was just a load of books. All these scripts were made, they were found, and they decided, right, you're going to have that lot for your people. You're going to have that. So you make your laws for that. You make your laws for that. Then, and it went round, and then this is how we are. So we've all got our own religions because this is how we've believed it. But when you look at the actual readings that they found since then, and it's there because they're not going to put it all in there because they want control. I'm sorry, folks, but that's what I think.
Yes, and now I'm the devil's advocate.
Oh, God.
Because we were talking about ancient paranormal investigations and investigators and psychics. We have psychics now,
Yeah.
and we have debunkers, we have fakes, we have cold readers,
Yeah.
but some of them are pretty good.
Yes, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Are they talking to spirits or are they talking to gods? Or are given the answers given by ETs?
Well, that's a good question. That's a very, very good question thrown in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, see, I look at all I've got an open mind about everything, but I take everything in. I take everything and I try and dissect. I'm not a professional at anything, Oh, I'm just a professional at being nosy,
Yeah,
and trying to find out what's making things happen. I mean, I've seen lots of things. I've got photographs of lots of things. But have I? Is my mind conditioned? And
uh,
you've got to look at all of this stuff, haven't you? And when
yeah,
you look back in history, and I used to think, hold on a minute, why have they got all those beautiful portraits and paintings and in all around the museums all around the world, and they've got Jesus or the angels, and they've got spaceships in the sky. What's all that about? Why were they like in the 16 and the 1700s? Why were they painting
yeah,
stuff with angels coming down with trumpets and all these spaceships, like big balls but it's all in the emerald tablets, and the book of Enoch tells you. It's telling you what's
yeah,
happened. But we're all happy in our little lives, and we're all conditioned to the way that we've been brought up to think. But I'm not. I've opened my mind for years and years, and I'm always looking
yeah.
for new things to look at.
I questioned everything,
Yeah,
even growing up.
yeah,
And I always told everyone, you're not only conditioned by your parents, by religion, but also the stuff they teach you at school.
yes, that's the worst place to learn it. Yeah,
And they bring it like this is fact, and this is fact, and this is fact. But if you're starting to ask questions, well, you get expelled.
oh yeah, yeah,
Or
it,
your mom and dad can come to school. Um,
yeah,
because I questioned why those people were so afraid of witches. And
yes.
they thought it was a stupid question. So I told them I would be more afraid of the people who are trying to kill me because they think I'm a witch. My brain didn't work the way they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
it's true, they do. Yeah, it's school, isn't it?
yeah, it's the
And
work.
university now as well, isn't it? But I think people should just stand up and use their own brains and figure things out for themselves. That's what they need to do. I come across it all the time in my work, and I can't say anything because I have to keep my mouth shut. I just have to zip it
Yeah.
and just be nice, and which I am, very nice. I'm good at what I do, and when you see different people and how they've been brought up and what they believe and what they're being told is real, and it's quite it's gutting really,
Yeah.
but you can't say anything. So each to their own. That's what I say. Each to their
Yeah.
own.
It's to the,
Whatever floats your boat, and you just do what you've got to do. But yes, I am with you there with are they aliens? Yeah, DNA. I believe that they've taken. We used to live for a long, long time, hundreds and couple thousands of years. They've said it in the Bible. Because I used to say, we used to go to Sunday school, we used to get thrown out. Because he used to say things like, well, how come he lived for like 800 years? What was he? Oh, it's just what they say. Yeah, but it's if it's in here, it's true. So why is it that he lived for 800 years? And his father lived, well, I don't know anybody that's lived that long. So at some point, they've interfered with our DNA and shortened it down. because we're supposed to live for an average of 120 years.
Yeah,
It's been
Egyptian.
shortened to that. It
Yeah,
has been shortened to that. So if they've manipulated our DNA to make it shorter, I mean, do you imagine us lot, the amount of people on our planet now, and we've still got that amount of life, hundreds and
yeah.
thousands of years. Imagine the bills for the hospitals.
Oh my God. Why didn't they do something about health?
Yes, exactly. So, you could be right there, because they were one of them was taken up. He was taken up. It says he was taken up there, given the knowledge, and then returned. Taken up where? Where was he taken up to?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's all there. You've just got to read it and make your own decisions on that one. But I
yeah.
know where my decisions are, and I'm agreeing with you there, Mary.
I I watch too much documentary and ancient aliens and oh my God, I love it. I even forget to get some sleep if it's interesting enough.
Yeah, but it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's very interesting. And you see it. What interests me as well is symbolism.
yeah,
I love symbolism. I love what it means, because each culture through different time spans have gone through these symbolic things. Like you've got the pyramids. They're all set round the globe. They're all round. They're all connected by ley lines.
yeah,
Energy, they're all connected, and now they find all these cities underneath the Great Pyramid. So what we're seeing is just the tip. So it's like just seeing the rubber on your pencil, but the rest of it's underneath.
yeah. And you question what's beneath us,
Yeah,
for sure. Absolutely.
and they're just building. So what they're doing, if they can find that in the Great Pyramid of Gaza,
Yeah,
using, I think they use one of the satellite images, a machine to go into the ground from a satellite. They can do that. Might be wrong. If I'm wrong, folks, let me know. But if that's what they can do and find, they need to do it to the other pyramids.
yeah. Ground radar.
Yeah, something like that, with
Yeah,
the other pyramids all around the world. I mean, there's pyramids around that you wouldn't think were pyramids. And when I went to Scotland, was it last year? I was gobsmacked because I seen this mountain, and I said to the guide, "Is that a pyramid?" And he said, "Well," I said, "It looks like a pyramid to me." It was a pyramid. You couldn't deny it was a pyramid. But I mean, they're everywhere. They're finding them all over the place, aren't they?
yes. So, how did they know how to build it on
Yeah,
the other side of the globe
yeah.
without even having contact?
Exactly, because it was alien technology. You can't. It, right, we were like Stone Age men, right, with sticks and stones.
Well,
Where's that technology come from?
I have thought about that as well. You have farmers and you have our civilization, but you still have headhunters
Yeah,
and you have bushmen. So those Neanderthal, they were here, but there could have been a civilization as well
yeah.
at the same time.
There could have been. I think there was. I think they were here to put us on the right path for us to advance. I think we were off other planets that were being destroyed. They've took the chance and putting us here. Well, part of that, the story with the aliens, I think, part of the story is that the giants, right? This is fine. I love this. I love this. They're finding giant skeletons all over the world now in different
Yeah,
places,
and they
aren't
get
they?
lost as well. They,
Yes, and they're
every time they
disappearing.
get lost.
Yeah, they find them, they disappear.
Yeah,
But apparently, these giants were the results of the gods who came down with his angels, and they decided to mate with, was it 200 women on Earth, and then they gave birth to giants.
yeah,
And they go, no, it wouldn't happen. Well, that's funny. We're finding skeletons which were giants, you know.
yeah. And I asked the question. I asked Wayne. They are now experimenting with hybrids. I
Yes,
think they did it in the past as well.
yes,
Look at the
absolutely.
Minotaur.
Yes.
Perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be a civilization which was intelligent
Yeah.
and knew about biology and chemistry and DNA and
Everything really. I mean,
yeah,
they say Moses, not Moses. Yeah, was it Moses? No, with the ark. Who done the ark?
Noah.
Noah. Noah's ark was not an ark. The animals didn't go in two by two. Can you imagine the state of the place if they had every single animal on this planet on that ark? Wouldn't have happened.
Um,
They
I
took
think
DNA of all the
yes,
animals and they took it into this spacecraft, and it went up when the great floods came, and then stuff was done
yes,
and they put them back again.
and they have done this here as well. I think at Smithsonian they have DNA from every living creature.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, I mean, people, it's like you say, they're still doing it now. People, adventurers from, you know, from all these big countries, they went out to find other countries and they mapped the world and they collected samples and they took it back home and they grew it and they documented everything. They drew it, took samples for the kings, the queens, and everybody. And that's how it was advancing. But it had been going on for a long time anyway, wasn't it? You know, but this way we've been able to see what all this the stuff looks like. You know, it depends where you live. I mean, where we live here, it's always been quite a cold area, really, but it's getting warmer. But then other years we have it freezing cold all the time, so it's up and down, up and down. So in times gone by, you know, the people, some people who lived on mountains and who farmed the hills, they all had these little cottages which now all disappeared. They moved for the reason because it got too cold and they had to go down.
Yeah,
So it is all part of that. So it's all a big mix of everything. So, you know, they've had to learn how to use crops, how to grow food, and they've had to do it in a way where they've had to move with the movement of the weather. Because you look at the continent, you look how they map the world, and look at the map of the world now. And
yeah,
between
it's different.
you think, look at the east of England and Scotland, that used to be connected to Norway, and they called it Doggerland.
Yes, and England was connected to the Netherlands.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all connected. It's all changed. I
Yeah,
mean, you look at when I look sometimes at the, the map of England and Wales and Ireland. You could literally get that piece and fit it into that, and get that piece and fit it over to your side, and everything fits in.
yeah,
So at some point, it all cracked away, didn't it?
yeah.
So it's all a change. But I do believe that they do have tunnels and caves connecting to everything around the world. Absolutely. When
Interesting.
and when you think about all these people, you watch, if you watch YouTube or anything like that, and people were saying about all these noises they're hearing, all these noise underground, and it's going on for months and nobody knows what it is. The local governments don't know what it is. They can't tell you what it is. I think they're grinding more tunnels deep underneath the earth because they've got maps on America where they're all connected. Everything's connected up.
Yeah,
And some people never knew that existed. And the ones that did got in trouble for saying it. So why are they getting in trouble for saying it? They've
yeah,
got something to hide.
exactly. If
Yeah.
it's a lie, expose them.
Yeah, it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah, we are at the end. We are almost talking for 2 hours.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I've got to go to bed and get up in a minute. So it feels like, anyway.
Oh,
But it's been
so
interesting, hasn't it? It's been
yes,
interesting.
I know another subject.
Go on, go on.
Lumeria and Atlantis.
Oh, yes. Now, Atlantis, there's a lot of stuff going on about the world. We'll talk about that on another show. Yes,
Yes,
there's a lot to be talked about with that.
absolutely. And you know what? Why don't you host it?
What? Me? I don't know anything.
Me neither.
Just little me. I don't know nothing.
We can Wikipedia and Google are
No, it's an interesting subject. I know some stuff, and I
yeah,
know things are changing,
yeah,
and the reason behind some theories, which is there's different theories of different people and scientists, and they all fit in,
yeah.
And one of them is we're all Atlantis. The whole world is Atlantis. But we'll go into that. We'll go into that on another one.
Another time.
Yes.
Uh, Thank you, everyone in the chat, for being patient with us with the hide and seek of Lois
She couldn't
and
help it.
me losing my voice and had to translate, and some things didn't make sense. I'm sorry for it. I'm a stupid Dutch woman.
You were all right. You were quite good, yeah.
I did my best. I did my best, but you have to switch a button, and as long as I'm thinking English, it's okay. But if you're translating, then you get a short circuit,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
in your brain. And I was looking at Greek and
Latin.
Latin, so
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm sorry, and I do my best the next time, I hope.
I think we've had an interesting chat. Don't know
We
about
do.
you in the talk. It's gone very quiet, but I hope they enjoyed it.
Yes, I hope it as well. And we are back tomorrow. And what was the subject? Do you know it? Yes, I do know. Halloween and the
Yes.
history of it.
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow, so I won't be attending, I'm afraid.
Ah,
I know.
we are
I
going
know.
to miss you.
As if you haven't seen enough of me this week.
Yeah, it was extreme this week. But to support Willow and the new podcast and the subjects and covering because of her mix mess with the connection from the Wi-Fi.
Yes,
We
can't be
can,
helped. We all have trouble like that at some point, don't we?
yeah,
Drives you
I had it
batty.
last month over here. 3 days they were working
Yeah.
on the connections, and I was talking to Brian Kano, and I dropped.
No.
Just like Willow. And I thought, oh my
I
God.
bet you were gutted.
I had to restart my computer to even to get in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it happens to everyone.
It does.
Yeah,
So, yeah, well, thank you, everybody. And thank you for listening to us going on.
being
Found
patient
it
with us.
interesting. I did.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Mm, yes.
So see you tomorrow, and that will be Fools and Ghouls. And Saturday we have things paranormal talks, and we are trying an experiment with Staticom with Tony and Sherry Redman,
Oh,
and to talk real time with spirits.
now that's interesting.
I hope it
Brilliant.
works. I hope it works. So
I hope it does. Yeah, I'll be tuning into that one.
that's wonderful. So we are going to say bye bye.